Yeah, hey there, Chris. 3-7, and probably going to be a lot more L's in that column before this season is over. Maybe their draft pick will improve before it's all said and done.
I think that's what the fan base would like to see happen, but that's not what Mike McCarthy's here for.
That's right. Mike McCarthy in the final year of his contract, so he's coaching for wins, trying to save his job. Not sure that he could win out, and I'm not sure it would save his job at this point, but we're still here. They've still got a game to play this Sunday, and injuries continue to loom large for this team. They got decimated earlier in the year with Micah Parsons, Tank Lawrence, Dak Prescott, and now some big ones last night against, I'm blanking who they played last night.
The Texans.
The Texans,
They lost
that's
to
right.
the Texans
Yes.
last night.
I'm good at this,
The
I
opponent
promise.
is really irrelevant at this point.
Just insert name.
But yeah, I mean, we're looking at, franchise icon type players like Zach Martin, the guard who in his 11th year could be in his final season. And, not only does he not get to a championship game or a Super Bowl, I mean, that having his career potentially end like so many others before him, Tony Romo and Jason Witten and Tyron Smith. I think that's bothersome. And then, so condensed time frame for this week's game, then you got a 4-day turnaround before Thanksgiving. Certainly questionable seeing him leave the field last night with 2 ankle injuries. Jake Ferguson's in the concussion protocol. Seems almost impossible that he would be ready for this week. But they should get some players back. I mean, Brandon Cook sounds like he could add some playmaking to an offense in desperate need of that. And then Deron Bland. Mike Zimmer seemed excited about finally getting Deron Bland, Mr. Pick Six, on the field for the first time if it's not too late already for this team.
Deron Bland was excellent last year, and you do wonder, like, if these injuries didn't happen and they get some of that luck, maybe this is a different outcome and they're clawing for a wild card spot, but this is where they're at. And as we mentioned, Mike McCarthy's still coaching to win games, which is why he's still trotting out Cooper Rush as the starting quarterback. He reiterated this to us moments ago. Rush will start this week against the Commanders. And Ed, my question is why? Because at this point, you know what you've got in Rush. You're not too sure what you have in Trey Lance.
Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, sort of reiterated the thought process here as far as deciding who plays what roles. And he said, it's all about winning. Every decision's about winning, as it should be. So Cooper Rush coming off a career-high 354-yard passing game, although I think the Cowboys would prefer not to allow 5 sacks, not to have him turn the ball over 5 times or twice as he did. And more than that, 60 dropbacks for your backup quarterback and 55 pass attempts. Mike McCarthy did express regret that he did get a lot of young players in the game at the end, and that Trey Lance should have probably included in that, and there will be packages for him going forward. And I think the other new factor at the quarterback position is Will Grier. Mike McCarthy's a big Will Grier fan. He did not get involved in the discussion about trading for Trey Lance. That was a Jerry Jones decision.
Well, Trey Lance can use his feet. He is a mobile quarterback with a tattered offensive line. You wonder that might be a benefit in that circumstance. He's NFL insider Ed Werder. I am Jonah Javad, who forgets Cowboys opponents. I'm also apparently going to be in concussion protocol heading into this week. We'll send it back to you.